behind palace doors, pulling back the curtain on modern-day royalty around the world. And this morning, we are live at Berg Castle in Luxembourg, where ABC's Maggie Rulli got a rare look inside. Good morning, Maggie.
Hey, Michael, good morning. Yeah, we're used to seeing royalty on the covers of magazines or meeting with presidents, but we rarely get a behind-the-scenes look at what royal life is really like. Well, guys, we were lucky enough to get invited by the Grand Duchess of Luxembourg to come visit her here, her home, the beautiful Berg Castle. And yes, guys, it does feel like I'm living in a real-life Disney World right now. She took us all inside to show us what being a royal in 2021 is really like.
From the Himalayan kingdom of Bhutan to the streets of Tokyo and the palaces of the UK and Europe, royalty still rules. 44 countries around the world have a monarch as their head of state, a king, queen, or even emperor. The Grand Duchess of Luxembourg, Maria Theresa, is the equivalent of the country's queen. And in a rare interview, she invited us into her home, Berg Castle, to pull back the curtain on modern-day royalty.
You are the symbol. You are there for all. And you are always at the service of all and open to all.
Princesses like Grace of Monaco or Diana, or her daughter-in-law Duchess Kate, may often make the covers of magazines. But the heads of these royal households still have influence, and they wield an intangible soft power.
Belonging to a royal family is a particular responsibility. It's a life of giving up your liberty. It's a life of commitment to your country, and especially of service.
Now clearly at home in her castle, it was quite the journey to get here. Born in Cuba, the Grand Duchess and her family fled to New York during the Revolution, eventually settling in Geneva, where, while at university, she met the Crown Prince of Luxembourg.
I've said to myself, the worst thing you can do is fall in love with a Crown Prince. What a problem. And the minute I saw him, that was it.
Their love story reads like a fairy tale, but real life is more complicated.
You're one of the first outsiders to marry into a royal family. You're also not from a European background. You're Cuban. What was that like for you?
My backbone was my Cuban family. It is the root of who I am. The big difficulty was passing from a private person to becoming a public person. When you enter a royal family, you also marry the institution, and you marry the country.
The pressures of joining this royal life aren't easy. It's something Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, has been open about.
What advice would you give to someone who is an outsider?
They have to understand what you have to give up and also what you have to give. We have a tendency to give the impression that belonging to a royal family is very red carpet, tiaras and beautiful things. But I can tell you that having a tiara on your head for 5 hours at a state dinner can give you a serious headache. That's also the other side of the reality. It is a life that demands more dedication and doing things without complaining. And when you're confronted to situations where you cannot do what you would want to do, well, you're not going to denounce the whole system that you belong to because you're lucky to have married into this.
Critics argue this form of government is undemocratic, outdated, and costs the taxpayers money. But the Duchess points to the stability it brings and the powerful platform it gives her to champion causes like violence against women that may otherwise be ignored.
The causes that I'm going to defend, I would like them to be the causes that nobody else wants to defend. I'm living in the most privileged way. I have to help those who really are living the worst situations, and that is my big motivation.
The Grand Duchess says that living a royal life isn't always a fairy tale, but even she admits that living here certainly feels like one. Guys, I mean, just look at this beautiful castle. This is where the Grand Duke and Duchess live. It's where they raised their 5 children. There are dozens of rooms, and the Grand Duchess says that some of her kids' favorite memories are actually playing epic games of hide and seek throughout that castle, which, yes, sounds really, really cool. Guys, this is such a special treat that we got to go inside, and I'm just thrilled thrilled we were able to share it with all of you. Michael?
All right, it may take you a week to find your sibling in that house, Maggie. Thank you so much for that. And tomorrow we're gonna visit Eswatini. It is the African country that is among the few remaining absolute monarchies in the world. We're gonna meet the princess who wants to modernize its society.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.